Lucia or Yidhari. Which agent should you summon for? Version 2.3 will be releasing 4 S-ranked agents, with the first half having Lucia and Vivian, while the second half will consist of Yidhari and Jafufu. Lucia will be an Ether support agent. Kinda crazy considering we have 6 Ether agents and half of them are supports. Guess rest in peace stun and defense agents. As for Lucia, this is like a must-pull banner. It's an S-ranked support agent. This is kind of just how it goes at this point. If you got a rupture agent, Lucia is going to be your girl. I would still say to wait until further testing, but it's highly likely that the difference between her and Panyan Hu could be too great to ignore. This would also apply to players who plan on pulling for Yidhari, but just know pulling for 2 S-ranked agents back to back could be very costly. I've decided to include a few theory crafted teams to give players an idea on what to expect to be possible with Lucia, but they haven't been tested yet, so subject to change. As for Vivian, who is coming with a free swimsuit should you pull 180 times between patch 2.3 and 2.4, who looks absolutely divine. Honestly, if you get baited into pulling for her at this time, I wouldn't even blame you. However, this is probably something a lot of players may not want to hear, but pulling for Vivian may not be the best idea with the current direction the game is going. On most teams, she can be subbed out with another anomaly agent such as Yanagi or Miyabi, and is only really core for Jane Doe, so even though Vivian is a strong unit, she's on a downward trend at this time, and unless truly dedicated or you got caught by the gooning bait, I don't recommend her at this time, but this can change once we get more information on 2.4 agents. For the second half, Yidhari will be a Ice Rupture agent, who could be the first real competition to Miyabi in the Ice agent battle, since she will already have her own dedicated support. While her kit looks very strong, there are a few downsides to consider with the HP consumption aspect from her abilities, mainly death, as she doesn't gain the ability to withstand lethal hits until Mindscape 6, so I can see not very experienced players dying a lot with her in harder content such as the upper floors of Battle Tower. Regardless, if you already have Miyabi, it's still hard to justify pulling for another ice damage dealer since none of them have been able to compare, and this newest one is going to require pulling on 2 different banners, Lucia and Yidhari, which is extremely expensive. I would hold off unless you're a huge fan of Octomom, unless she can match Miyabi's power level. But here are a few theory crafted teams she would want to be paired with. Finally, we have Jafufu, who is already not in the greatest position going into this banner, being a mediocre stunner carried by a bombshell beauty. Hard to justify pulling for her in the current game state, hard skip. Let me know what your plans are for pulling, and if you enjoy this content, don't forget to follow and like the video.